Hi everyone, it's Max, and welcome to a new week's reading vlog. It's Sunday. I started on August 1st. That's how I do it. I start, if it's like the beginning of a month, I start the first vlog on the first day of the month. And this week I have 3 reading plans. So the first is to start my audiobook of the month, or actually, so gets a little discombobulated. I have a monthly reading plan to read 1 Mercedes Lackey book a month, 1 Shauna Maguire book a month, or October Day book of the month, and then 1 Joe Abercrombie book of the month. But in November, I am planning on doing a nonfiction November where I just want to read all nonfiction. And so I'm going to be reading 2 Mercedes Lackey books this month, 2 Joe Abercrombie books in September, and then 2 October Day books in October. So I do have 2 audiobook plans, and that is to read The Black Griffin and The White Griffin by Mercedes Lackey. Now, The Black Griffin, I've barely started it, and it is about a griffin. Like, our main character is a griffin, and it's humans are fighting humans, and both of them have created a animal race. Our main, like, our heroes have created the griffins, and our villains have created like these weird big birds of prey. And our main character is a griffin who is sent to spy on the other side because they are creating like this super big magical weapon. I haven't gotten that far yet. I think they're like just realizing that there's like a war that's starting, or something like that. Something has like just recently happened, but it's not like the big catalyst. And then I have 2 book reading plans. The first book, I am actually almost done with it already, and that is The Winter Long by Shauna Maguire. This is my October Day book of the month. It is book 8. I'm loving it. This series is about a half-fae named October Day, who at the very beginning of the first book is turned into a fish for 14 years by someone named Simon Torquil. Now, after 14 years, she wakes up. It has to put her life back together. She becomes a private investigator, and also she takes up her duties as a knight of her realm and under the Duke, Simon's brother, Sylvester Torquil. Now, this book is focusing on Simon as like the main, not antagonist. He's actually, you kind of find out he's not like the big bad that like everyone thought he was, but he's kind of like one of the big things that she is confronting. And it's kind of all coming to a head, like the foreshadowing and like everything that has happened in like all these books have like led to this moment. And I have 70 pages left, like exactly, and I am loving this. I'm loving it. Honestly, if 1 October Day book is going to be a 5 out of 5 stars, I do believe this is going to be it, because I feel like this is about to be the end of like a major arc, because this series is like many books, and so I think that this is going to be the end of a particular arc where all the books, all 8 books have culminated to this point, and I'm loving it so much. It's so good. I love October. I love Toby so much. She is such a great main character. I love Tybalt. I love Quentin. I love Raj. I love like everyone. Everyone is just like amazing. I love them all. And I'm just so excited to see what happens. Yeah, loving it. Just loving it. So I'm excited to finish it. And then the second book I want to read, and the third book I want to read, second book I want to finish, is Best Served Cold by Joe Abercrombie. This is my Joe Abercrombie book of the month, and I'm actually really excited about this because it is a tale of revenge where, now I can't remember, she's a woman and she was like wronged by like her duke, and now she's like going to like she like collects allies to like defeat this duke, I believe. And the one problem, well, I had a few problems with Joe Abercrombie's the first Law series, a few problems, but one of the big ones was that we didn't have many main female characters. Like, we had like a few females, like women, but like 3 or 4, and it was just like I wanted more. And so I'm hoping with our main character being a woman, it's better, and I'm really hoping it doesn't go the fantasy route where she's raped, pillaged, kidnapped, you know, murdered, any of those bad things. I'm hoping that she actually ends up on top. It is over 600 pages. I want to say it's like, oh, it's a bit longer than I thought it was. It's 662. So I am basically giving myself 7 days to read this because I'm starting this vlog a day early, and I'll be finishing The Winter Long. So 7 days, hopefully I'll be able to get some good reading in. I'll probably try for like 110 pages a day for 600, and like, I know I said like 56, but 660. I think that'll be a good number. And then, you know, if I have like an extra day, I'll rest and relax. I might be buddy reading a book. So I got my best friend a book for her birthday, and I also bought it for myself, and I thought we could buddy read it. So that might be happening on Saturday. So if it does, then this will be Monday through Friday and then Sunday. So it'll work out perfectly for 110 pages a day. But that is all I have for you right now. I am about to sit down and finish this. It's like not even 10:30, so I'm gonna bust this out and I will let you know my feelings at the end. I don't think it is going to change though. This is just so good. All right, it's 11:15 and I just finished The Winter Long, and I just really enjoyed it. Really liked it. Again, like, I don't know, none of these are like a real 5-star read, but very good. So I'm gonna say like a 4.25 out of 5 stars. Really excited to pick up the next one. I just love Toby and Tybalt and like everyone. Yeah, really great. Really great. Can't wait to read the sequel. Yeah, or the 9th book. I just, yeah, really enjoying this series, and I feel like each one just keeps getting better and better, which is pretty amazing after 9 books to do that, 8 books to do that. So yeah, but I'm gonna go to bed. Tomorrow is Monday, which is always my busiest day of the week, so I'm going to try my hardest to read 110 pages of Best Served Cold at some point after work, probably. But yeah, that's all I've got for you tonight, and I guess I will talk to you all tomorrow. Hi guys, it's 10:20 and I am 111 pages into Best Served Cold, and I am really enjoying this. So this is about a woman who is the captain of like 1,000 swords or like some huge amount, and they were like helping win this war for a duke, and the duke felt threatened that she was becoming more popular than him and his children, so he has her and her brother killed, except he doesn't finish the job with her. So she's out for revenge. She is gathering a group of like ragtag people who are now trying to go up against this duke. I am really enjoying it. I really like our main character. I still can't really get her name. Monza, and she is just like really great. Like I really like her because I love a good revenge tale, and she's like really seeking revenge, and no, I mean she's killing. You know, she's not having like a, oh, am I like a change of conscience. She's like, no, I'm killing all of them. So there are 7 of them, and I'm wondering if it's gonna be like 100 pages or something, because I mean it's not 700 pages, but it is 660. So 112 pages into it. Really enjoying this. I have also edited my June and July wrap up, and I'm going to upload it when I'm at work tomorrow and schedule it probably for Wednesday. But yeah, so I have been really productive. I think I'm gonna read some more. Honestly, I don't really have anything else to do. So I think I'm just gonna hang out, read, and I guess I'll update you if I read some more. I think I'm going to, but we'll see. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll do something else. But yeah, got a little bit till I'm gonna go to bed. So I think I'm just gonna hang out, and I'll talk to you later or tomorrow. Hi guys, it's Tuesday night and I am 175 pages into Best Served Cold. I'm enjoying it. We're getting more characters that we knew from the first Law trilogy. Some of our main characters have been referenced. I can't remember their names now, but I am really excited to see where this goes. I'm not feeling very good. I don't know if it's allergies. Like I just have like a really bad runny nose and a little bit of like a little bit of a cough if I don't know, every once in a while breathe in too deeply. But I don't know if it's allergies, or I honestly think it's just a head cold. Because I still have my sense of taste and smell. Believe me, the NyQuil I just took can attest to that. And no shortness of breath, no fever or anything. So I don't think it's COVID. I already had COVID and I'm vaccinated. So hopefully I'll be okay. Hopefully this is just a regular head cold. The temperature did just drop like
significantly from like 90 to like 70 recently because of rain, and so that might attribute to it. And also in my office the AC is like blasting, but then like it's usually put on auto, so once it gets a certain temperature, like cold, it turns to like warm, and so it really has been fluctuating like really badly. So I think just like some of these things are just like coming together to make me sick. My the person who I work with also is sick, so with like the same thing basically. So we'll see. If I lose my sense of taste and smell, I'll definitely go get a COVID test, but for now I think it is honestly just a head cold. Thankfully it's just the two of us in the office, so like we're both sick. So, and we don't entertain clients or anything, we're corporate, we're like behind the scenes, so we can like still go to work. But we'll see how this goes. It's like 11:35. I'm not gonna read the 110 pages. I should have read more yesterday. I just didn't, and I'm definitely regretting it now. Hopefully I'm not feeling too bad tomorrow and I can read more. I'm not buddy reading Daughter of Sparta with my friend this week. I'm just like, you know, not feeling great. So I do have that extra day, Saturday, that I can like read more, and that might be really what happens. But I am enjoying the book. I'm really excited to see what happens next. I love a good revenge plot, and this is going really well, and I'm like really excited to see what happens next. I really like our main character. I like our supporting characters. It's interesting to see like how some of the characters that like we knew from the first trilogy are faring. And I'm excited. I'm excited to see what happens next. Honestly, I'm not reading this because I'm not interested. I'm not reading it because I'm just not feeling good, and it's late and I want to go to sleep. I took NyQuil, so hopefully that'll help. I have a scary dependency on NyQuil. If I take it like one night, it takes me like 3 nights to be able to sleep without it. So we'll see. Hopefully I don't need it too much. But we'll see. I'm gonna go to bed, and I will hopefully talk to you all tomorrow. Good night. Hi guys, it's Thursday. I didn't read anything yesterday. I felt really bad yesterday. I like didn't bring NyQuil. I forgot to bring NyQuil. I got home at like 6:40 and ended up setting my alarm for 9 p.m. to like make sure the chickens were all right and everything, and I slept until 9, and then I was freezing, so I turned up the heat, and then throughout the night I was cold, then hot, then cold, and you know what that means. But I'm pretty sure I got a fever and then sweated it out all in one night. So I'm still a little congested, but that's honestly it. I've been sneezing a lot, hence why my eyes are so watery. But that means I'm only 175 pages into Best Served Cold. So thank God I'm not doing this FaceTime thing with my best friend this week to read Daughter of Sparta, because I'm gonna be kind of crunching to get finished with this. I'm still enjoying it. There's no that's not the reason why I'm not reading it. I'm just feeling bad. And yesterday I just slept so much and then kept waking up in the middle of the night, and then I missed my alarm and slept until 8:50, and work starts at 8. So the auto white balance is kind of being annoying, so I think my skin tone just changed like really drastically, so sorry about that. But I woke up at 8:50 and was like, oh great, no messages, no calls, but I'm like, people who I work with like, no, I'm like not feeling great. And I got to work at like 9:20 and everything was like fine. It was like really slow today. So, you know, kind of all worked out just fine. But so, yeah, not a great day, but better than yesterday. I was definitely feeling better than yesterday. So yeah, I'm gonna now go upstairs and try and bust out a bunch of this. It is 7:50, not even 8. So I'm honestly going to try and read as much as possible. No, I'm not gonna like stay up till midnight. I'm probably gonna try and take NyQuil at around 10, but that gives me 2 good hours to read, hopefully at least 150 pages, because I do have to check on the chickens and get the cat inside, and that might take up to like 30 minutes. So other than that, I am going to try and sit down and read as much of this as possible. And I will talk to you all once I've done so. Hi everyone, it's 10, and I am 359 pages into Best Served Cold, and I am just really really enjoying this. I am having such a good time. I really like our main character. God, I can never remember her name. But I like Monza, I like Carl Shivers, and oh God, I can never remember any of these people's names. Casca. I like those three the best, but they are like our main characters, so like of course I like them the best. I am really excited to see what happens. We've got 300 pages left, or I've got 300 pages left, and I am just pumped. I feel like this is such a great book to like binge read, because even though it's 660 pages, it is so fast paced. The writing is so easy and accessible, and it just flies by. So good. If I was feeling better, I probably would be reading more tonight. But instead, I am going to take some NyQuil, jump in the shower, and then go to bed. I am hoping that I'm on the ups. I'm feeling better. I don't look great. I feel like I'm still very like watery. My eyes are very watery. I'm very red. But I don't feel too bad. I'm just blowing my nose and sneezing constantly. That's like it. That's all I've got. So honestly, it might be allergies because my eyes also itch. And that's like a sure sign of allergies usually is the eyes, and they're also very red. If you can see them, they're just like so red. So honestly, these might just be bad allergies. The pollen index is high where I am right now. It's like medium to high, so that might be it. And also there's this big drop in temperature recently from like 90 degrees Fahrenheit to 70 degrees. And like within days, like it went from 90 to 70. And so it just like that also huge fluctuation is messing with me. And then also the office space that we have is usually like the air conditioning is on auto. So once it hits like a certain temperature, it just automatically changes to heat. And so like it'll be like nice and cool, and then all of a sudden it'll get like super warm. Then we have to go so it gets nice and cool again. And it just also that fluctuation I feel like is wreaking havoc on my body. We stopped using AC the other day, kind of me being like, I think we should try not doing it. And my coworker got better and I'm feeling a bit better. So hopefully I'll get better soon. I'm hoping that it's basically done by tomorrow. It probably won't be, but we'll see. My coworker like literally felt like death yesterday, and today felt like totally fine. So I am hoping that I'm just gonna get better. I don't want to get worse, that's for sure. But overall, really enjoying this. Definitely my favorite Joe Abercrombie so far. And unless he really messes it up, like even worse than he messed up the original trilogy, I think that this is going to stay my favorite of his. And honestly, just a really great book. I love all of the characters that we got from like the last trilogy that are in this. I'm like just having a great time. I'm having a great time. And yeah, but I am gonna go and I will talk to you tomorrow, hopefully. I now basically just need to read 100 pages a day because it's like 660 pages and I'm at 360. But I also got like a 400-page preview of Empire of the Vampire by Jay Kristoff from NetGalley, and I'd really love to read that. So like if I could finish this, maybe not tomorrow because it is 300 pages, but tomorrow and Saturday, then like dedicate part of Saturday and Sunday to reading Empire of the Vampire. That rhymes! Wow, shocker, Empire of the Vampire. Now I feel like I'm saying it wrong, but because I'm really pumped about that. And it's a 400-page preview. Like that's most of the book. The book's only 700 and something as per Goodreads, so dang. But I really want to read it, so I'm kind of hoping that I'll be able to finish Best Served Cold maybe tomorrow. Honestly, now that I'm like in the thick of it, I'm like ready. The climax is probably coming soon. I'm over halfway. I might just be able to, if I start earlier than I did tonight, hopefully I might just be able to just bang it out. We'll see. But I'm gonna go and I will talk to you tomorrow. Hi guys, it is 8:10 and I am on page 467 of Best Served Cold. So I have 200 pages to go. I'm really enjoying it. We've kind of hit like, I think, worst possible moment. for our main characters because they're at a pretty big low point right now. But I am just liking it so much. I'm so excited to see what happens next. I just have no idea how this is going to end, and I'm really excited for it. Hopefully you can hear I am sounding much better today. I've been feeling a lot better today, so I'm really happy about that. There's still a little bit of congestion there, but that's it. So really happy about that. Hopefully I'll be back to my normal self tomorrow, but I'm going to try and finish this tonight. I have a little bit until I have to check on the chickens, so I'm definitely gonna read until then, and then hopefully I might take a little break and then hopefully get back to this. I might not take a break because when I take breaks, I have a tendency of not coming back. I did get my 2 fairy loots though, so I'm really excited about that. That I'm gonna unbox tomorrow, upload, and hopefully or I'm going to film it and hopefully upload tomorrow. I don't know how great the internet is here, so I'm going to try and upload. If it doesn't work, then I'm probably gonna have to go into the my office and upload it, which is not like that big of a deal, honestly. But I'd probably do that on Sunday. So overall, really enjoying Best Served Cold. Really excited to see just what happens. I really hope it's a better ending than his first trilogy, because honestly, it was kind of a bummer. And so I'm really hoping that this one is really good. And I'm pretty sure this is like the next 3 books, which is Best Served Cold, Heroes, and Red Country. I really think that they are a series of like standalones. I'm not totally sure though, but I do hope that this revenge plot is wrapped up, which in the next 200 pages, it could be. Like, so she's trying to kill like the 7 people who wronged her. She only has 2 left. So, I mean, it would be pretty easy, but also like we have faced, I think, her worst possible moment. And so it's kind of like, yikes. But if we're following movie lore, then there's only one way to go from here, and that's up. Unless it's a tragedy and she ends up dying. Don't know. No spoilers. I just honestly don't know. But, you know, we'll see. Still really enjoying it though, really excited to see what happens. If I do finish it today, I'm going to pick up Empire of the Vampire tomorrow. And saying that out loud really just doesn't work with my mind because I keep forgetting that it rhymes. But it's 400 pages and I would love to finish it tomorrow because I have a few arcs that I need to like read at some point. And I would love to be able to also get to like maybe Where Dreams Descend by Hanel Angeles, or the sequel to When Dreams Descend. It's the book that was like this girl runs away from like a very toxic like circus that she lived and worked for, and then she like enters this competition of like illusionists to like become part of this like really famous like theater troupe. And it's the second and final book. So I am really excited about that, and I do need to read it. It comes out in October, which I do have arcs that expire in September, but like I'm kind of hoping the next few weeks I'm gonna have kind of themes, and some of these arcs would work better for those themes, which I'm not going to get into yet, but that'll be like each week. Or, I mean, I guess I could. Next week, I'm hoping to have like a YA theme with Wings of Shadow, Daughter of Sparta, and then hopefully Iron Widow, which is an arc that I have. And then the next week, a sci-fi week with Creation Abomination, Project Hail Mary, and Under the Whispering Door. I think that's what it's called. And then the last week was romance. That's what I'm hoping for the rest of the month. And so I've got some arcs planned out for the 2 middle weeks. But this week I don't have anything except the sequel to Where Dreams Descend, which I cannot remember the name of right now. But anyways, I'm gonna go read and I will talk to you later. Hi guys. It's Saturday at like 3:20 and I just finished Best Served Cold. I did not read any more last night. Are we surprised? No. But I did just finish it and it was so good. I loved it. I'm like, you know, so used to like revenge tales where like in the end the main character is like, oh wait, I didn't really need revenge this whole time, and like gives up right before their goal. Not this one. Oh no, our main character was like, screw that, I need my revenge. And I loved how so many of our characters are also motivated by different types of revenge and vengeance, or their lives have been intertwined because of that. I loved this so much. This was so great. A reveal that happened right near the end was like, so good. It was so good. And throughout the book, I was like, I feel like we're gonna know this person, because the Duke hires an assassin to kill Monza after she starts killing the 7 people who helped kill her brother. And it was, I kept being like, I feel like we should know this person. I feel like this is gonna be someone that we know, but like we didn't. And then the reveal was so good. Oh, it was so good. And that reveal is like, of course we like wouldn't be able to see it in a TV show or a movie. I mean, this would be best as a TV show, but because like you see the person, and like, yes, we see the person, but also like it makes sense as to like why we didn't like know who he was. But this was just so good. I really enjoyed it. I'm giving it a 5 out of 5 stars, honestly. So good. So happy to know that Joe Abercrombie can have good endings, because this was a great ending. I am just so happy that I enjoyed it, and so excited to be picking up 2 books next month by him. And so I am so excited to finish the trilogy of like standalones next month. I'm like really hoping that Monza is like in them in some way, because I loved her. I just, it was so good. I'm so happy that I enjoyed this. I'm so happy that it was so good. I'm just very, very pumped. But that does mean I am trying to give myself still some of today and then tomorrow to read God, you know, books, a book, Empire of the Vampire by Jay Kristoff. So I am hoping to maybe read at least 100 pages of it today, and so that I can read 300 pages tomorrow like I would have read 300 pages today. That is my goal. I am hoping to be able to do that, but I did realize I have not said anything about The Black Griffin by Mercedes Lackey, and I am like more than 67% of the way through. I might now be at 70. I'm enjoying it. So this is like, this takes place in Valdemar before Valdemar has been founded, and our main character is a griffin. And then we also have a healer who's another main character, and they are like at the war front. There is a war going on between people and the griffins that they've created, and then people and these like huge birds of prey. And I'm enjoying it. There isn't much of like a series plot yet. Like it doesn't really feel like there's much of a plot at all. Like we're just kind of going through the motions. There haven't even been like that many battle scenes. Like battle scenes have taken, like, so I'm listening to the audiobook, and battle scenes have taken up like 10 minutes of the book, and I'm like really far into it, and I just don't know what like the plot is. This is a reoccurring theme with Mercedes Lackey, where I'm reading it just being like, is there a plot? Like, is there like any plot that's like happening at all in this? And then it like usually like comes to a head with like 20 to like 50 pages left of the book, and you're just like, oh, okay, so that was the plot. And I have a feeling that that's gonna be the same for this. It is like good. I'm liking our characters, I'm liking like what's happening, but it is getting a little, okay, like where's the plot? What's gonna happen? Especially because something happened that I just feel like, okay, why did you wait until now to do it? And I get that authors do that because it's like something for the book. And it's like, yes, like these characters have lived before this book started, but of course we're not gonna have them do stuff before the book. But I'm like, there's gotta be a reason, because like something happened that almost felt like totally unprompted, where it was like someone asked like, well, why haven't you done this? And they were all like, let's do it. And I'm just like, like, why did you wait so long? Like, how did this not like occur sooner? It just didn't make any sense to me. And so like that sort of thing, I just really have a hard time getting behind when I'm just like, this makes no sense. They needed more of a reason to wait until now to do this thing. And it easily could have been like, our main character found out this character had betrayed him. And so he's like, well then screw that. I'm taking this thing into my own hands. And like that would have been fine, but that's not even the case of like what happened. So they just decided out of the blue to do it, and that didn't love that. But overall it's going okay. I'm into the Griffin romance because I like our two Griffin main characters a lot. I'm into like, I think the human romance that's building, and it's going okay. I'm just not loving it. I am going to be also listening to the White Griffin this month. I just have like an hour and a half left like of actual listening time before I finish the Black Griffin. I've been listening to half an hour a day, and I have plenty of time because the Black Griffin is like 3 hours longer than the White Griffin. So overall it's like going fine. I'm just not loving it, not hating it. It's fine. But that is all I've got for you right now. I think I'm going to go into town and get some lunch because I am very hungry. I'm feeling great today. I feel like, I know my voice is still, I feel like a little sketchy, but that's it. It's just a little scratchy, but it doesn't like hurt or anything. I'm not congested. I feel great. So that's really exciting. I think I'm gonna run into town, get some lunch. I like kind of want to work out, but also like, I feel like I'm just not quite there yet. I also don't want to like spread anything if I am still sick. So I think sadly this is just gonna be a week. I did work out on Monday because I wasn't feeling bad, and then it like hit on Tuesday. So I think this is just mostly gonna be a week of me not working out. I am going on a hike tomorrow with my mom and our dogs. So that'll be a workout. So I just feel like kind of gross, but you know, there's like nothing you can do when you just like don't feel good. And I know like I'll just not, like I'll feel even worse about myself because I'll like run out of breath and I'll be like on the treadmill, and I don't really want that either. So I think I've just gotta put up with it and be okay that I just don't feel great. But that is all I have for you right now. I did just film my double Fairy Loot unboxing for June and July, so I do have to edit that, but I think first I am gonna run into town to get some lunch, come back, edit, and try and upload this video, and then start Empire of the Vampire. And I will talk to you all later. Hi guys. It's 9:10, and I did just get to 100 pages of Empire of the Vampire, and I am enjoying it. This is about a world, I don't know if it's like a far in the future our world, or if it's like a different world that's slightly based on ours, especially with the religion. But this is a world where eternal darkness has happened. The sun has basically died out, and it has made vampires and other like creatures of the dark much more apparent, because usually with vampires, if they like turned someone, they basically have to kill them. They have no choice over who lives or like who is like reborn as a vampire and who just dies. And then usually it didn't matter because by dawn they would die because they are allergic to sunlight. But now without the sun, vampires are prospering, and there was this small sect of people, we'll say, that fight back against the vampires. And there's something very specific about each of them that they need to be able to be part of this sect. I will not say what it is. It is a little bit of a spoiler. It was a reveal, so we won't go into it. Kiki is playing around in the background. I got her inside quite easily tonight because there were coyotes outside. I saw 2 of them. Thankfully, the house is surrounded by a fence, so like the coyotes weren't like here, but they were right on the other side of the fence, and the people I'm house sitting for have chickens, and Kiki the cat was outside. So like I like ran outside, the chickens were all in the coop, like snuggled up, so I closed everything down, and then I found Kiki under a tree, and she just like literally saw me and like ran inside with me, so we were all okay. But yeah, so that could have been kind of bad, kind of crazy, but now she's hanging out. We have a much better relationship. If you've been following my vlogs, she like scratched me on the face the first time I house sat, and now she is sleeping with me, so growth. But I am enjoying Empire of the Vampire because now, so we follow a character named Gabriel who is becoming part of this sect, but also at the time of like present day, he has been kidnapped by the vampires, and he is the last one of the sect, the Silver Saints. And he's the last one, and now he is telling his story to a historian, a vampire historian, because he is the last one. The Empress of Wolf and Monster or something, and the Wolf and Creature wants history to know of them, so that like I think for the vampires not to make the same mistakes, not to underestimate them or anything if anything happens, but also to just like remember this part of history, which I find pretty interesting actually. I find that like interesting that she'd want history to remember them, but maybe it might be a cautionary tale, or maybe not even a cautionary tale because they're all almost extinct except for Gabriel. And so now he is telling his story from like childhood to where he is now, and he has just arrived at the Silver Saint, I can't remember what they're called, monastery basically. It's good. I'm enjoying it. It took me a while to read the 100 pages, not an hour. It took about, I mean, it only took like an hour and a half, but it was a lot. But I think it's also like, I mean, you know, you're just trying to learn the world. And Jay Kristoff, like his adult books take me a bit. Like his Nevernight Chronicles, you know, I wasn't reading 100 pages an hour. It took a while. But I am more used to his writing. I'm just like, I'm hoping that I'm not missing like a bunch of like endnotes because of reading an arc, but I don't think I am. I think that was more just like a Nevernight, like that's just what he did with Nevernight because he hasn't done it with any of his other series. But yeah, so I'm really enjoying that. Okay, it's late, it's like 12:30, but I am 200 pages into Empire of the Vampire. So I'm halfway through my excerpt. I'm really enjoying it. I'm like so sad that it's gonna end like before the book ends. Yeah, I'm liking it so much. Kristoff did a great job with like, after we get like the very beginnings of his time with the Silver Saints, he like jumps ahead, and at first like the vampire is like chronologicing this. I don't know what the word is, but like taking this all down, he allows it till he realizes like how much time had passed and how much he'd missed. He was like, wait a second, go back. And I really liked that because it gave us like a middle, and it was like, oh, and so now we're interested not just about like the beginning and the end, but the middle. And so I'm really excited to see how that goes and where that goes. Yeah, I'm really liking it. Oh no. Oh, I'm gonna be so bummed. At least it's only like a month away that it comes out, so I can like get it immediately and finish it. Because I'm gonna have like almost, I want to say almost 400 pages left to read. I think this is like just over 50% excerpt, because I think it's like 780 something pages. Something like that. I can pull it up. 36, so well over 50%. I'm just so excited to see what happens. Oh man, it's like, it's just good. I'm so intrigued. Especially right now, I'm definitely most intrigued with the middle. What happens quite a while after the events of like the beginning, and I'm not sure how close to the events of like the end, like our present day. But yeah, really excited to see what happens next. I am very tired. This is later than I've stayed up like all week because I haven't felt good. I had to charge my Kindle because it was down to a low percentage, and so while I did that, I actually started a book that I'm going to read next week. I have changed a TBR book, and that's because I just had a couple too many long books on my TBR. So for a backlog book, instead of Dragonbone Chair, I'm reading Set Fire to the Gods, and I am now 125 pages into that, so I only have 300 pages to go. It is good. I'm interested to see what happens next. I'm gonna go to bed, and I will talk to you all tomorrow when I'm going to definitely finish Empire of the Vampire, because honestly, I don't want to put it down. I am enjoying it so much, which this is the first time this has happened for me in a J. Kristoff book, except maybe Illuminae, because it started off with such a bang. Nevernight, each book took me a while to get into it. True Lifelike, I mean, that series just isn't very good, but also it just, like, that didn't immediately grip me. I DNF'd Storm Dancer. So I am just, yeah, really enjoying this. I want to say that it was showing, like, his progression, but, like, he finished the Lifelike series after he finished, Nevernight, and I don't know. But this is just so good. I'm, like, just so excited to see what I don't understand is, so this vampire hunting sect is so small that I'm like, there's no room for bullying. There's no room for animosity. You barely have any people. Like, you need more people. Like, you should be just happy with what you have for the, like, work that you have to do. Like, it is such a huge burden that I'm like, why are you even, like, wasting time on petty things, like thinking someone is lesser than you because of their mother? Just, like, why does it matter to you? Like, there's, like, so few of them, and you'd think that they would be super close because they all have to, like, fight this one great evil, and you'd think, like, they'd just be glad to have whoever they could, and instead they're, like, wasting time on being, like, petty. And I'm just like, why? Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me, where I'm just like, why? Like, you'd think that they would be more glad with just having who they have. And it's not even like, they've sworn off women, so it's not even like a competition with, like, the women. Like, they've just, there's, like, no reason for it, and yet here we are, and it just doesn't make any sense to me. But that's, like, my only gripe. So I'm gonna go to bed, and I will talk to you all tomorrow.
Hi guys. It's Sunday. It is 12:07. I have not read any more of Empire of the Vampire yet. This morning I got up at 9, and then I went with my dad and our neighbors to walk some shelter dogs. I know my dad is looking at getting a shelter dog to just, like, be a companion for our other dog. It's also, when we first started talking about this, it was also like, when I moved, it would become my dog. But he honestly brought that, like, sprung that on me when I was under some influences. So at the time I was like, yeah, that's a great idea. Then I was like, wait a second. I don't want to have the responsibility of a dog when I first moved to a city. And I'm trying to, like, figure my way out and, like, have a new apartment and just trying to, like, figure my life out. I don't really want the responsibility of a dog yet. So then we kind of thought maybe, like, he would take care of the dog, or, like, you know, I mean, it would be like a companion to Coco, and maybe when Coco died, I would then take the dog. But I think that's, like, just totally gone away. Now he's just looking for a dog because he's not, like, asking my opinion. But I loved a dog that we walked a lot. I loved her. I'm like, oh man, she's like this pit bull mix, and she's white, and she's so cute and so sweet. I mean, just such a sweetie. And Coco, our dog, got along with her really well, so I don't know why my dad is, like, against getting her. He wants a male dog for some reason, and I'm just like, really? We already have a female. Like, why not just get another female? They'll get along, they'll, like, have fun. And it's just like, okay, but whatever. But I love her, so that's a problem. I'm definitely, like, when I was in middle school and high school, I used to walk dogs a lot because my school made us, like, we had to do, like, 50 hours of community service a year.
And so I would go and I'd walk dogs, and that'd be my community service. And I need to get back into doing that because it gets me out of the house. It gets a dog, you know, where I can take care of it. And I would just, I mean, I would literally choose this dog every time. And I would just walk her because she's so sweet. And I just loved her so much. I loved her so much. And she liked water. So I don't know what my dad's problem is with her. But and then I am going with my mom and our dogs to hike and get our dog swimming because she's only swam once, and that was last weekend, I think, last Sunday. And she's a lab. She's 11 months old, and we're like, we need to get this girl swimming. So we're gonna do that again today, which I'm really excited about. It's fun. And then I bring my dad's dog Coco because she loves swimming, and it's just like it kind of gets Abby, my mom's dog, like, yeah, okay, she sees another dog swimming, she's gonna want to swim, hopefully. But yeah, so we'll see. I'm definitely finishing Empire of the Vampire today. I cannot wait. I just want to pick it up right now, but I don't have time because I am leaving the house today, like the house that I'm watching, so I have to kind of, you know, get everything ready and cleaned up and everything. But I can't wait to continue Empire of the Vampire. I'm so sad I don't have the whole thing. I'm just like really bummed about it. Really bummed because I want it. I want to finish it and then have the sequel because it's so good. I'm just really enjoying it. This week has been such a great reading week. I mean, these are all, I mean, like, Best Served Cold was a 5 out of 5 stars. The way Empire of the Vampire is going, it will also be a 5 out of 5 stars. And then the Winter Long wasn't a 5 out of 5 stars, but it was like a 4.25, 4.5 out of 5 stars. So like, it's just like 3 favorite fantasies, and I'm just really, really happy about it. This hair is not working with me, but I'm just really, really happy about it. It's been a great reading week. I'm just like in the mood to keep reading. I just filmed my intro clip for next week just because, you know, I'm alone, so I thought it would just like work out. Like, why not just film my intro clip because I had all the books. And I'm really excited about next week as well. I think it's just gonna be really good. I think this is just gonna be a really good few weeks of reading. August has always been a great reading month for me. The past 3 years, 2 years? No, 3 years I participated in the Newts in August, and I'd read, like last year I read 40 books in August. And then in years past, I always hit all the Newts, which was what, like 36? Yeah, I think 36 books. And so I was always able to hit that. And it was just like always, you know, so August for a long time has been such a great reading month. And then also even before the Newts, like going to college, it was just like, I don't know, my first month at college, I was always able to read just like so much. And so August has just always been such a great reading month for me. And I'm really happy that this month is turning out to be the same. I've only had like 1 week, like this is literally the first week of August, but I am feeling so strongly about my reading plans. I've got like weekly themes coming up, which I'm really excited about. I guess this week would have been like adult fantasy. And so like a good mix of different things that hopefully I won't like start to get bogged down by reading all the same stuff. But we'll see. So I am gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to get ready, get everything cleaned and everything, and then I will talk to you once I have made progress in Empire of the Vampire. Hi guys, it's 4:45 and I am 300 pages into Empire of the Vampire. Sorry for that sound if you can hear it. It is a hummingbird that's trapped in here. We have tried to get it out and it's just not leaving. It's putting up a fight. So for now, it's just in here. But I have 100 pages to go in Empire of the Vampire, which is like breaking my heart. I really want the whole thing. God, there's like 2 wasps in here too. But I am just loving it. It's so good. I don't want it to end. I don't want to have to wait till September to like read the rest. I'm just like really, really enjoying it. Honestly, really having a good time. I have 100 pages to go. It's taking me about an hour and 15 minutes to read 100 pages, so less than it was yesterday, but not quite 100 an hour. I am enjoying it. I don't know what else to say. I just really like Gabe. I like our side characters. The villains, you know, it's it's hard not to feel hopeless. Like, how in the world are they gonna defeat this monstrous evil? It's just crazy. It's pretty bleak. And I know they're looking for like the grail, like the holy grail. They think that'll do it, but like, it's bleak. But I am just so excited to see what happens next. Oh, I'm just enjoying it. Well, I'm just enjoying it so much. So really excited to continue. We do have a couple people coming over for dinner, so I'm not sure when I'll finish it, if I'll finish it before they get here or tonight, but I will definitely update you once I have finished my sample. I'm really sad. I want the whole thing. I want the whole thing right now. If anyone has an ARC and like wants to send it to me, message me. But I just can't wait to continue. But I'm gonna finish it at some point today, and I will let you know once I've done so, and then wrap up this vlog. So I'll talk to you then. Hi everyone, it is Monday. Sorry for the echo, but I just wanted to come in and wrap up my reading week. So I did finish Empire of the Vampire last night, and so good. I am like desperate to read the rest. There was a reveal at the end that I'm not really sure like why it's gonna like matter. Like I'm like, okay, like why is that this like big reveal? And like it was kind of like the reaction was like and I'm like, why does it matter? But we shall see once the book comes out. So this week I ended up reading 3 books that I really enjoyed. So it's like the best ratings week that I've had in a while. So the first book that I finished was The Winter Long by Shauna McGuire, which was my October Day book of the month, and I gave it a 4.5 out of 5 stars. And then I finished Best Served Cold by Joe Abercrombie, which is my Joe Abercrombie book of the month, and I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. And then I finished my sample of Empire of the Vampire by Jay Kristoff, which I also gave a 5 out of 5 stars. Really great reading week, and I am so excited for the week to come. So I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon with another video. Bye.